Hello, my Cancers, and welcome back to the Blulady Intuition Tarot channel. I hope that you all are doing well. I'm going to be doing a reading for all of my Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Um, Today I'm going to be pulling from my Dark Confessions of the Soul Oracle deck. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's begin. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Cancers today? So the first set of cards that I pulled is that I am feeling abandoned by you and is triggering my childhood traumas. And the second is I feel cool and detached from this connection. I can't feel emotions right now. So Cancer, I get the sense that some of you may be in separation from your counterparts at this time. My sun, moon, ascending, and Venus signs, I get the sense that you are not with your person at this time. And it may have been a situation where you may have decided to step away from the connection, as well as it may have been a situation where they may have decided to step away from the connection. But I am definitely hearing a separation at this time between the two of you. Now, it is a connection that is on pause for the time being. And I get the sense that this isn't an easy situation for the both of you. I am hearing that this may have been a situation where one of you may have walked away because you may have felt as though someone was playing games with you, right? So, what I'm seeing in my mind is that you two could potentially have worked together, my Cancers, and something arose that created a rift in the working relationship between the two of you. The way that this person may have handled you may have been a bit reckless. They may have mishandled you, they may have fumbled you, but I do get the sense that their misfumbling have you would have resulted in you taking a certain step, a certain set of steps, or making a certain set of actions to safeguard and protect yourself. I get the sense that some of you may have felt as though this person may have been playing games with you, and that is why you may have made the decisions that you did. For some of you, I'm getting the sense that you may have just walked away and just left it as is. And for others of you, I am getting the sense that you may have called in an authoritative figure. So for some of you, this may have been a parent, this could have been law enforcement, this could have been just an authoritative figure to ensure that in this particular situation, your interests were safeguarded, right? But the thing is, Cancer, I'm getting the sense that they didn't necessarily see this coming from you. They may have been used to you kind of being quiet about things and keeping it to yourself, but this time you took a different course of actions because what you had seen was something from them that you may have never seen before. What I'm sensing is perhaps maybe they may have gotten third parties involved. And for those of you where this is a working relationship, they may have brought in colleagues within the workplace to put you in a difficult position. They may have also performed a humiliation ritual where it's like you may have a high position within this company, but they may have reached below you to give you orders and directives. And for you, that was just something that was so wild and so out there that you had to take legal action, right? So they weren't expecting you to make this move, cancers. They didn't, right? That's what I'm hearing. They didn't expect you to, kind of armor up and be prepared to fight back because they're not necessarily used to you fighting back, cancers. They're used to you kind of just staying there and letting things happen and not necessarily speaking about it. But you took a different course of action, right? And because of the steps that you have taken to safeguard your interests in this particular situation, it's like they don't know who you are, but they do realize at the same time that you are not one to be played with in this particular way. Is what I'm hearing is you have to kind of show people how to treat you, not tell them. But this was a situation where you had to show someone how you wanted to be treated, and it was not something that they were expecting. I get the sense that because of your actions, they feel a bit slighted, they feel a bit embarrassed, they feel ashamed. I am sensing some regret because they did not anticipate your next move. That's the thing. They were so used to you be or they were so used to you responding in a particular type of way that this particular scenario and this particular event caught them off guard, right? Let's see. What was it, spirit, that cancers were dealing with? What is this scenario? Let's see. What is this scenario, spirit? What is this scenario? Oops, sorry. Cards flying everywhere today, and it's a lot coming out. I'm not going to take all of them. Have the devil and the tower. Can you guys see that? I just want to make sure you guys can see that because I was experiencing some difficulties with my camera this week. But this is the devil and this is the tower card, and to the bottom is the wheel. 10. So Kansas, I'm getting the sense that they, when they did what they did, they felt as though they were the puppet masters, right? I get the sense that they did what they did in an effort to maintain control of the situation due to the embarrassment, due to the shame, right? But little did they know at the time when they were playing these games, you weren't playing any games. That's the thing. And what I'm not liking is the sense of this manipulative spirit that's involved. I'm getting the sense that a third party may have assisted them in some way in carrying out whatever master plan it was that they had carried out. But as you can see here, they thought that they had you wrapped around their fingers, but they didn't. They didn't see this the set of moves that you would have carried out in response to what they were doing, right? So I don't necessarily get the sense that their intentions when they're playing these games were pure. I get the sense that it could have been stemming from a place of a trauma that had nothing to do with you, right? Or a sense of pain that had absolutely nothing to do with you, but you were in a convenient position for them to place this on your lap, so to speak, right? And then we have this tower moment. And this is what I'm saying. They did not anticipate that you would respond in the way that you did. And as a result of your actions, for some of you, I'm getting the sense that some of you may have gotten up and left the office. Some of you may have gotten up and left your job. Some of you may have gotten up and left this connection between you and your counterpart. Take what resonate, leave what doesn't. Don't force it. But whoever this message is for, it will definitely find them, right? But your response to how they were treating you, how they were fumbling you, how they were mistreating you is what I'm hearing. It created a tower moment in their life that they did not anticipate what would follow from it, right? So I'm hearing that some of you may have played a very influential and important part in this particular connection, or for others of you, it may have been this work dynamic, right? But them playing games and not making you aware of these games with the assistance of this third party, it was almost like you was the odd person out, right? But them doing what they did, they pushed you out whether or not they realized it. And in pushing you out, they did not realize that at the time, cancers, that when you left, you took your grace with you. You took your protection with you. You took your coverings with you. See, that's the thing. Sometimes what I'm hearing is they mess with the right one, because I get the sense that there was some arrogance, there was some cockiness, there was a lot of ego involved on their part, not necessarily your part, because this is their energy here, Cancer, right? They did not realize that by taking the steps that they took would have created a tower moment in their life. Now, I'm getting a strong sense that this is a business work situation more so than a romantic situation. And for some of you, it could be both. For some of you, you may be involved with this person as well as you may be in business with this person. And this particular move that they took in this business partnership created a tower moment where it caused cracks in between you and them. And so, for instance, cancers, right? You may have been involved with this person and working with this person, but because what they did to you in your working aspect of the relationship, they didn't contemplate, they didn't foresee that it would create that would transfer into your relationship as well. They thought that they were just being business minded. They thought that they were, what Spirit is saying, for lack of better words, they thought they were smarter than you. And the funny thing is, cancers, what I'm hearing is that for those of you where you may have a romantic relationship and a working relationship, you know this person more than they know themselves. You were the person that would have advised them to do certain things as well as advise them against certain things. So you was that person who was there and you saw how they operated, right? Now, what I'm sensing is some of the things that they would have done, cancers, you were strongly against. And now that their actions, their games has caused a rift between you two completely on all fronts, they are uncertain of what's to come. And it's for them, it's not a comfortable situation, right? It's almost like you may have known the company's secrets, is what I'm hearing, cancers. And that's a dangerous game to play. And I don't think they foresaw how their actions could lead to such catastrophic results, right? So let's see. Just from these few cards, they didn't realize that the tables would turn. They wanted to pull one up on you, but they didn't realize that you were an intricate part to their existence, I want to say, is what I'm hearing. Their business, I'm hearing their existence, their business, their career. For some of you, I am hearing that you was the person that would have been there to, fill out the business plans or create the plans, draw up the architectural work, whatever it could involve. But the role that you played was a very intricate role in what they were doing, right? Now I've been sensing this energy for a while. And with the Ace of Cups, there's a new connection coming through. But I've been sensing this energy for a while. I get the sense that they could be longing for you, cancers. I get the sense that they understand they're now beginning to comprehend the mistake of their ways and how they handled you, right? So some of them, for some of you, you may be in a situation where the other person, your counterpart, your business partner, is trying to figure out ways, is trying to strategize perhaps how they would approach you. Because, yes, some of you may be involved romantically with this person, but there is also what I'm sensing a business side. And the same way they would treat with business partners outside of you, they are now trying to strategize and determine how to approach you as though you was a business person that they now have to pitch to. You're removed from being a partner to now being someone now that they see that they need to um, speak to and maybe convince. I'm getting that they may need to convince you to take a particular set of actions. But I am not digging this manipulative, devilly energy. For some, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or they may have Capricorn in their chart placement, right? So let's see. I'm not going to make this reading too long, but I just want to see what's going on for my cancers, what's happening right now. Yeah, I get the sense, cancers, that okay. So in one breath, this is your energy here. I get a sense that in one breath, you, for those of you that may have had a romantic and a business relationship together, you may be missing this person, but there is some level of relief and rejoice that you're experiencing right now, because I'm sensing that the things that you would have advised them against, and I'm getting the sense that it's some business um to do, you are now seeing where it's beginning to crumble, that you're starting to see the cracks in the walls, right? So for instance, if you were working with this person before and you may have been working on this project, let's say this happened for some of you, this could have, I'm hearing this may have happened 3 months ago. For others, I'm hearing 6 months. The things that you would have advised against, you are now seeing that they are bearing no fruit as you would have indicated to them before, but they still went ahead against what you said, regardless of what you said, and they still did it anyway because they had they carried this arrogance about them, right? They may have felt as though they were more superior than you on the business front. And with this King of Wands, I kid you not, this energy here, don't mind them seeming composed, don't mind them seeming like they have it together. They are being watched. They are being watched, right? And action, movement will begin to pick up, because some of them may be, whether they know it or not, some of them may be under investigation, right? You may have people ready to pounce. For some of them, they may be in a situation where they may have been borrowing monies, and now the monies that they would have been borrowing, it's like it's time to collect what we lend you. And yes, the King of Wands is someone who is poised. He has it, he seems like he's very confident. But in this here particular situation, I just get the sense that he may even feel, or she, remember, tarot has no gender. He or she may feel as though they're now being watched, they're now being preyed upon because they refuse to take your advice. The thing is, Cancer, I get the sense that when you may have been giving them the advice that you were giving them, you may have been advised by your spiritual team, your spiritual family, your ancestors, whoever you believe in. But I get the sense that you were spiritually led. This was something that intuitively in your gut, you felt like, you know what? No, this is not the step that we should be taking, and we should fall back. But they still went ahead, irrespective of the advice that you gave, and they still, let's just say, made the pitch, right? And now things are starting to fall apart. They're now being watched. And maybe for some of you, you may have told them, hey, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. You see, it's just a point, it's a waiting game now, right? It's just a matter of time before, you know, shit may hit the fan, right? Obstacles and challenges, yeah. They may be in a situation, or they may potentially be in a situation where they may have to jump through hoops. And it's not going to be an easy set of hoops. Some of them may fall through the cracks because they refuse to take the advice of someone who is spiritually connected, cancers, and not being you. They refuse to listen. Their arrogance took the best of them, right? Let's see. Sometimes I feel as though people don't take you seriously, cancers, until what you say to them actually come to fruition. What you say to them may be something that doesn't come to fruition right away, but what I'm hearing is give it some time and you will see exactly what I was trying to advise or warn against is what I mean. You were trying to warn them against something, right? And now either I'm getting a sense that you may be in a sense of solitude. You may be doing some studying, trying to figure out what your next move is going to be now that you would have separated from this person. Um, but you are not in any sort of communication with them. I'm hearing that it's a no contact zone, right? It's a no contact zone. Sacral chakra came out. Oh, shoot. Sorry. That is just too much cards that came out just now. Right. But yeah, some of you may be just unto yourself in hermit mode, waiting for things to play out as they should. You are no longer um, giving any advice. You have had your time where you would have done that. And now you're just kind of sitting back, waiting for things to unravel the way that they should. Right? This is coming through. Suffering in silence. Material and spiritual prosperity. Yeah, like Cancers, I got the sense that you saw the writing on the wall. At the time, it may have been a very difficult situation for you to be in because you were not only going up against your counterpart, your business person, but you were also going up against the person who they had in their heirs. The person who would also fight tooth and nail with them against you, right? But they did not have the foresight nor the spiritual eyes to appreciate that you you have an inner knowing about what makes sense from what doesn't. Even when you are uncertain, I get the sense that Cancer's you're the type of person that may take a step back and just maybe say a prayer. Some of you may consult with your benevolent ancestral family and team on what you should be doing next, but you're not going to just move, get a sense on your own, right? But they, what I'm sensing from them is they have a godlike complex. They feel like what they say is what it is. And sadly, they are very mistaken, Cancers. And right now, they're suffering in silence because of this godlike complex that they have in relation to themselves. You know, I just, I, what I'm feeling very heavily is they try to humiliate you, Cancers. And at the end of the day, they will be humiliated. Don't worry about what took place at the time when you may have had to walk separate ways or go separate ways, but understand that karma is real and what goes around comes around. Vengeance is not yours, though, is what I'm hearing. Allow the universe to do what it has to do to clean up the situation, and you just sit back and watch because they didn't take you seriously. They didn't hear from you to say, for some of you, I'm hearing that they may have acquired property and may have missed certain steps in acquiring the property, and it could create a problem in their title. For others of them, they may have went into business ventures where they saw a large cash offering, but they did not sit down and really work out the numbers, so to speak, right? For others of you, it could be a situation where they may have entered into a deal that was bottomless. And so they will forever be in this deal where there is no end unless they decide to call it an end. But I just don't get the sense that they see it that way. This is someone who, when they have the sense that a large payout is attached, then they they go for it and they disregard um risk mitigation, so to speak, right? So let me see how long this reading is now, Cancers. I'm going to wrap this up, but just continue to sit back and watch what's going on. I get the sense that that's what some of you are doing in any event. You're not really saying much, you're not really getting involved. Oh, that's three cards. Let's see. Discontent. Yeah. This was someone that saw that you had a knowing, inner knowing about things, and this may have made them very envious and mistrusting of you. Um, I'm hearing like, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing this for a long time. That's what I'm hearing. But there was still a slight envy about you because they were not anticipating that you were the person that would bring it up. They didn't think you had it in you, right? They think that because they felt that maybe they were more skilled in whatever it is that you may have been working on, and that they knew it all. It's almost like a know-it-all type of behavior. But you're moving on. You're moving on. You're moving on, Cantus, and you are looking to other ventures right now. You're not putting your focus on this because I get the sense that you may have been saying, hey, this is not the right thing to do. Hey, we should perhaps go this way. Hey, maybe it isn't what it seems, but you got discontent, you got bored, keep telling them the same thing over and over and over and over again. It was like you was talking to a wall, and it no longer made sense for you to continuously try to make this person open up their eyes to what they could not see, but what you could see, so to speak, Cancer. So I hope that this was a helpful reading for you. And I will see you in the next reading. Okay, Cancers? Take care and bye bye.